Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
Welcome back to WrestlingHeads Radio. This is me, Oscar, feeling ultimate because I got the power of the Ultimate Warrior in me. And joining me now, I got my co-host. I'm sure he has the power of the Ultimate Warrior himself. Skitch, what's going on, Skitch?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing well. I'm feeling ultimate. And we're going to have an ultimate show tonight because we have a special guest tonight. And our special guest tonight is the CZW Wire Television Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Shane Strickland. What's going on, mate?
Swerve. What's going on?
Swerve, yeah, that's right.
Hey, I'm definitely digging the whole Swerve thing because, you know, I'm a big hip-hop head myself, so I definitely know where you're coming from, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Before we get on with the question for Shane Strickland, I just want to let listeners know, if you guys have any questions for Shane Strickland, you could tweet us at WrestlingHeads, or Skitch, you want to give them the number if they want to call in, if they want to ask them a question?
Definitely, 760-454-1107. That is 760-454-1107. Give us a holler.
Yeah, definitely. Give us a holler. Let's get this started, shall we? My first question I want to ask, the first question I want to ask you, Shane, is how did it all started? Like, where did you train? Who trained you? Like, how you got into business?
I started watching wrestling around 12 years old, and it was always something that appealed to me. Since then, I remember the first episode of the full episode of SmackDown I ever watched was it was the Billy and Chuck wedding. So I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Oh shit!
It wasn't like the wedding that got me intrigued me. I was like, oh, it was just that was the episode that comes to mind every time I think about what was the first initial thing I watched, and so it was that. And so I after that I just became hooked because the cruiserweight division at that time, that year, it was 2003. It was just an insane amount of talent that came through. It was Mysterio debuted that time, Jamie Noble, Matt Hardy, Shannon Moore, Billy Kidman. It was just an insane amount of cruiserweight talent, and that's what really hooked me from the gate. Years later on, I was backyarding with my friends in high school, just doing backyard dumb stuff, and it was in today's wrestling, that's today's workers and wrestlers, that's really frowned upon thing that but everybody's done it every once in a while because everybody wanted to be that so bad, you know. So what I ended up doing was I was living in Pennsylvania at the time, and my mother was living down in Virginia. So what I did, I was going to be moving down there. So what I did, I researched wrestling schools in the Richmond, Virginia area, and what came up was this place called Ground Zero Wrestling, zero with an X. That came up, and I was like, oh wow, there's right in the city of Richmond, and they're right around the corner from me. You know, and it just came. I was like, wow, this is fate saying I should be doing this because this is it was just perfect placement. So I moved down there. I believe that Friday. I called them that Saturday, and I talked to the owner of the company, and he was they were actually doing one of their shows while I was on the phone with them, and he was like, yeah, come on in on Tuesday. We'll look at you, check you out, do all this. And I was like, oh, cool, awesome. I can just go in right away. So Tuesday I went in. My mother brought me in, We looked at the school. They talked to me. My mom had me sign up for training, like my payments, like how my payments should go, and I started training that night. And that was in August of 2008.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. The question that I want to ask, because you basically say you used to backyard wrestle, and when you were young, at that time, backyard wrestling, and you decided to do wrestling school, like, were your parents behind you? Did they support it?
My father wasn't really around as much at that time. My mother was 100% supportive, 100%. Like, she took me in. She paid for, like, my first 2 months of training, and then, like, after when I, like, ended up getting a job and I was able to, like, sustain my living situation, like, she let me do it myself. But, like, for the first 2 months, like, it was all my mother. And she knew it was something, like, as long as it was something positive and I was doing something positive, and I was, like, not staying home being a lazy bum or not out doing negative things out in the world, she was always fully supportive. And she knew it was something that I wanted to do, since, like, me and my buddies were building, like, fake wrestling rings in the backyard. So she was like, hey, I see it coming in high school, so I'm not going to fight you about it. She was, like, 100% supportive, and I probably wouldn't be able to say that I probably wouldn't be CZW Wired champion if it wasn't for my mother, like, being so supportive as she was. So I owe a lot of that to my mother. We tore my mother's backyard apart with me and my friends, like, doing the dumb stuff that we were doing. So I owe her a lot when it comes to getting to where I am now.
Yeah, real quick, Shane, I'm gonna go back to the backyard question, because
yeah,
I know you say you backyard wrestle. Like, did you, like, have, like, a like, name that you went by when you backyard wrestle, or did you just go by your name?
I actually did. My backyard name was Corpse, and it sounds so silly when I say it now. It sounds retarded, but it was funny because it was funny because, like, me and my buddies were big SmackDown versus Raw fans, and we always created, like, these obscene characters with, like, crazy masks and dreadlocks coming out and, like, all this other nonsense. Like, we made characters that looked absolutely nothing like us. So that's what was, like, the fun about it. And one of the names I think you could pick was Corpse. And I was like, hey, I'm going to make this guy with a mask that's like a skull mask, and, like, he's going to have this, he's going to have that, he's going to have dreadlocks, and, like, corpses. So we just took our video game characters and took them to the backyard, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason why I had asked, I saw an interview on the internet, and I guess somebody was interviewing Seth Rollins, and his backyard name was God. That was his name when he was backyard wrestling. God. Just straight up God. So, yeah.
What a complex.
Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, I just want to ask him, I know you have done Dragon Gate and Evolve in the past. I don't know if you can answer this, but that last week they announced that they're going to have a show in California during WrestleMania weekend, and they announced it already. So I don't know if you can answer to me this, but I know that there was a little rumor going around, or maybe it was not a rumor, but WWE was trying to like sort of ban independent shows around the area during WrestleMania weekend. Do you know how the Dragon Gate or Gabe got the rights or anything to do with, like, having a show nearby the Santa Clara area for next year, WrestleMania weekend?
I do not know. I have no idea. I actually didn't even hear about that rumor, surprisingly, because I wasn't even at the Dragon Gate, the Wrestling Odyssey Dragon Gate weekend for WrestleMania this past year.
Yeah.
So, I missed out on a lot of that, and so that's all news to me. I honestly, for where I am, I'm definitely one of the outside talents being brought in for Dragon Gate USA, and that's like a great opportunity for me to like the Belmont Towns with such a great roster that they have. And so, like, I don't really get to hear a lot of the back office stuff like that because, like, I'm just really, like, when I come in, I'm there, and I'm always happy to be there. But I'm not truly signed with Dragon Gate officially, so I don't really get to hear about the ins and outs in the office and the business side of that side of the Dragon Gate offices. So as far as that, that's news to me, so I wouldn't have known any of that if you guys wouldn't have told me.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys could work something out, and hopefully I could finally get to see you wrestle in person if possible. I know it's like we got 1 year away, so maybe next year you could come to California up in the Bay Area, because I'm going to be out there WrestleMania weekend, and W is not the only wrestling I'm going to go see that WrestleMania weekend, so I am actually going to check out the show. Hope I can see you out there.
Oh, I would definitely love, like, live for the opportunity to actually go out there and do that, because I've been to California, but never for wrestling. So for me to go out there, like, I would definitely love to do that.
Yeah, definitely, and hope everything works out. So, all right, go ahead, Sketch.
Yeah, after you reaching Ground Zero, let me ask, how'd you get in touch with DJ Hyde to start working with CZW?
Well, like after a year, like after training with Ground Zero, I ended up started wrestling for them, and I wrestled for them for about a year and a half, and I became one of the I became at the end of the year, I became the tag team champion with a partner of mine. He's no longer in the business, but we became the tag team champions. And I ended up being one of the youngest people to ever hold a title in that company's history at 19 years old. So I wrestled there for about another year and a half, and there's a guy that works for CZW under the name of Nate Stein, and he does a lot of the backstage segments with interviews and offices with information and all that. And he would come down every once in a while to Virginia and work with the students and work with some of the people. So he knew about me and how I was doing, and I was moving back up to Pennsylvania. So he gave me contact information for a place called Groundbreaking Wrestling. And it's kind of funny that I went from Ground Zero to Groundbreaking Wrestling. So I always find that funny and ironic. But the person who ran that company was Greg Excellent of CZW. Mm-hmm. And on that show, he had Adam Cole versus Joe Gacy. And this was like when Adam Cole was CZW Junior Heavyweight Champion. And it was early Adam. And I went to the show because I was connections with Nate Stein. And I didn't wrestle, I just watched. And they allowed me to come in and watch the show for free. So I just watched everybody. I met with everybody, and then I slightly spoke with Adam, and I was like, he was just like, hey, how's it going? Hey, nice to meet you. And it was really short because he was like getting ready for his match and everything. And I watched him and Joe Gacy, and it was just awesome. And I was like, these guys are so good. Coming from Virginia, where the talent was like very slim, and like this pace was a lot slower, and like you just weren't seeing like guys move as smooth and be as profound in the ring as these guys up north were. So I was just like seeing all these guys. I'm like, everybody's really talented up here. So after the show, I ended up going back home, and I probably about a couple of days later, I ended up just like messaging Adam Cole out of nowhere, just like send him a match I had, because I ended up debuting with I ended up coming back to the company and having my first match up north for Groundbreaking Wrestling against Alex Colon. So that's another funny way how years later me and Alex feuded in CZW again. You know, and it was one of those fast-paced matches. I never had that before. And I thought it was pretty good, so I sent it to Adam and asked for him to critique it for me. And like weeks to about a month went by, and I'm like, oh, he never responded to me. I'm like, he's probably just he probably gets these all the time, or like, whatever, this guy. So like he ended up responding to me like weeks to about a month and a half later, and he looks at them and he sends me back. He's like, "Hey man, I got your video, and I wasn't ignoring you. I was just busy. I was in England at the time, so I didn't get to talk to anybody on Facebook. So here's what I thought." And he sent me like this long list of like everything. Like he watched and he dissected everything about it. Like things he liked, things he didn't like, things I could have done better, things we could have changed, things we could have done like this. He just like gave me a step-by-step of everything. So he really watched and really paid attention. It sounded like he really cared. And he invited me to come up to CZW and meet up with DJ Hyde at the arena. So I ended up going up to my sister's house, which is like 20 minutes outside the city of Philadelphia. And I ended up just going up to the school like twice a week. And the first night I went up there, Adam Poe was running the training school, the training class, and it was he let me just jump right into the training with the students, and DJ was on the other side of the arena doing business with some people. So at the end of the night, he ended up coming over and finally meeting with me. He ended up meeting, and we got to talking, and DJ was kind of being a prick. I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of being a little bit of a dick, and I hope DJ hears this. But me and DJ are like good buddies now. Like there's a lot of like you could say a lot of things about DJ Hyde. Like honestly, as a person, as a performer, there's a lot of things to say about him. But he's always at the end of the day, he's always given me a great opportunity to just showcase my talents. And like if I didn't come through, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. But he ended up I was just like, hey, hello, Mr. Hyde. My name's Shane Strickland. And he cut me off. He's like, oh yeah, I know who you are. I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, Adam told me about you. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah. I wanted to put you in the ring. I saw you doing some of the drills. You look pretty good in the ring. I want to put you in one of the trainees, and I have a match. I was like, oh, okay. And it was pretty much one of those situations that were set up to fail. Like he gave me like one of these trainees that weren't good, out of shape. Just gave me some guy to wrestle, and the match was just awful. It was just terrible. And so I'm like, oh my God, I blew my shot at getting a chance in CZW because the trainee he set me up for failure just to see how I would react to that. And at the end of after the match was over, DJ sits me down in front, and then this is I've been wrestling for about a year at this point, and so a lot of these trainees haven't even had their first matches yet. So he's just burying me in front of the entire training school. And I'm like, oh my God, I just blew it. I'm like, I'm getting torn apart. He's like, what? And it was just awful. And then so he buries me in front of the entire training school, and then he pulls me aside and he goes hey, you're actually pretty good, man, and you have a lot of talent. I want you to keep coming to training. I'm not going to charge you. Just I want you to come around and be around the guys and meet with the guys, network, and just get better at what you're doing, because I think you have a lot of potential. I was I took him on his offer, and I went to every training course, every training school, every seminar that they had for the next 3-4 months. And that's how things came up. I got to meet Sammy Callahan and train with him and do Tommy Dreamer seminars, Val Venus seminars, got to just learn. And DJ gave me the opportunity to do that, and without that, God knows where I'd be.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. Would you kind of say Adam Cole kind of put the word out for you to make it, or hold on, not make it. Let me say it again. Would you say Adam Cole would, basically told DJ about you so you can get that opportunity to work with CZW?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. There's no way I would if I didn't have the in like that, and I would have just showed up. I would have just been another Joe Schmo just coming into the benefits of being around like CZW and like marking out for it. Like, there's no way, like, because later on, DJ was like, he's really big on explaining like how a man's word is, and a man's word is just like one of the biggest ways to get opportunities in this business. You know, just like, oh, if like Adam Cole didn't vouch for you, I don't think I would have treated you the same way. I would, you know, like, but Adam Cole's word, he knows how smart Adam Cole is. So for Adam to vouch for someone, he's like, I gotta see what this kid's about. If Adam's saying something good about you, then I gotta see what he's about. So me just showing up there randomly without like a heads up, I probably wouldn't have got the same opportunity or the same result that I did.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's a quite of a interesting story right there. But yeah, go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great story. We could tell them stories about DJ High when we had him in here. You know, it was kind of like great stories, and about the whole Dean Ambrose thing was really cool. But anyways, my next question I want to ask you. I know earlier you mentioned about how that first SmackDown you watched, that whole Billy and Chuck thing, and I remember just in my head just recently they had it on the WWE Network not long ago. And, yeah. But I just want to ask you, what wrestlers did you look up back in the day?
Rey Mysterio was like a god to me. Rey Mysterio was the first guy that really, like, captivated me. As soon as, like, because I watched his debut on SmackDown against Chavo Guerrero back in, like, 2002. It was, like, July of 2002. Yeah. Episode of SmackDown. I'll never forget it. And just everything the man did, like, he was a living, breathing superhero. And everybody always makes the claim that professional wrestlers are comic book heroes come to life. And I think Rey Mysterio was the exact definition of that. Like, there was something about him that just, like, that you just had to, like, you had to watch him. You had to sit down and pay attention to every single thing he did. And when he spoke, it was a time for, like, oh my God, I got to hear what he has to say, because there was so much mystery behind him, you know. And that always captivated me about him. Mm-hmm. So another person of mine was Edge. Edge was one of them guys that just a hybrid entertainer. He could do anything. You could put him in any situation. You could put him with any guy, and it would be good. There was nothing Edge couldn't do. There was nothing Edge couldn't prove to people. And I like a lot of people try to tend to when they talk about some of the greats, they leave Edge out a lot, and I think he's one of the most underrated main event people in the history of the business.
You know what, Shane? I asked myself, if he never got injured, how would the WWE be right now? But who knows?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, it would definitely. I think a lot of guys wouldn't get opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with you on that one. But that's definitely a whole nother conversation for another day. I'm pretty sure we can have conversations about all types of stuff here. But I actually want to ask you another question, because I know you just told us a story about how you got connected with CZW. Can you tell us the story on how did you reach, or how did either did you reach out to Gabe, or did Gabe reach out to you so you can get the opportunity at Dragon Gate USA and Evolve?
That was actually like all these stories that are they're pretty long, because it was never it was never just oh yeah, I talked to him and that's how it goes. I never had that. Everything I got, I had to. It was a step to a step to. It was a means to an end, a means to an end, a means to an end, a means to an end. It was literally, everything was never just easy or handed to me. It was really knowing the right people and getting the right opportunities and capitalizing on them. What happened was I became Facebook friends with Rich Swann. And Swann I remember it was CZW. It was still in the arena. CZW had a doubleheader with Dragon Gate, and Dragon Gate did the earlier 4 o'clock show. And I was talking with Swan over Facebook, and I showed him my matches, and he really liked me. He really just right away liked me. And so I always spoke to Rich Swann, but I never met him. I never met him at that time. And what he did was, I'm getting the story like bobbled up in this for a second. Hold on. All right. What happened was the CZW, the Dragon Gate show before the CZW show. I saw like everybody, all the guys working out in the ring, like Gargano, Chuck Taylor, and Swan, and like Uha. All these guys were just working out in the ring before the show, and I for me, I'm still captivated by wrestling. And I wasn't on the show. I wasn't on either one of the shows. I was just there to meet people and was just to help out. But I just walked up to the ring and was ringside, and I just watched the guys work out in the ring. Because I feel like everything I see is something to learn from. I wanted to see how guys, how their minds work. I want to see how they do these things different. Why these guys are where they are. Why the Japanese are where they are. I just paid attention to every single thing. That's why I got close to these guys, because I always wanted to learn. But Swan was stretching in the ring. He's like, hey, you're that Strickland dude, right? I was like, oh yeah. I spoke to you on Facebook. He's like, yeah, man. Yo, stick with CZW, stick with DJ Hyde. He will give you a lot of opportunities, man. You just got to kill it when the time is right. I was like, thank you for the advice, man. So later on, I'd say maybe a couple weeks later, I was on Facebook just searching around, and Swan contacts me on Facebook, and he's like, hey, man, are you available on this date? I'm like, yeah, I am. He's like, there's a show out in Rhode Island I won't be able to go to because I'm going to be somewhere else. I think I'm going to be overseas at the time. He's like, but he offered me to recommend somebody to do the show for me in my place, and so I recommended you. I was like, dude, that's awesome. Thank you. He's like, yeah, man, just once again, there's one of those opportunities, just kill it. So I went out there, I wrestled JT Dunn, and that was the first time I ever met JT Dunn, and I recommended him to DJ Hyde. That's how he got into CZW with Juicy Product with David Starr. So it's funny how that works out. So I ended up wrestling JT Dunn. We became instant friends right then and there because JT is such a great guy. I had a good match with him and went on YouTube, and a lot of people just liked it. And so Swan, he's like, oh, you went up there, you killed it, awesome. So then later on, Swan, there was the Jeff Peterson Memorial Cup that was happening in Florida, and that was in December of 2012, I believe, and they needed one extra guy for it. And Larry Dallas is one of the guys that pretty much recommends talent from up north to come down to Florida, and they were looking for an extra guy, and Larry Dallas goes to Rich, and he's like, hey, do you know anybody else up here that would be good for this tournament? And he's like, Shane Strickland. Right away, he just said my name. He's like, really? Can this dude deliver down there? He's like, yes, he'll kill it, man. He's like, all right, I'm going on your word. So he recommended me to Sal, and I was on the car trip down there. Next thing you know, and so I head down there. My first round match in the tournament was against Joey Janela, and it was good. I like Strong was in the audience, and he said he really liked it, and I thought it was pretty good. Then the next night, the second round match was against AR Fox, and we blew the roof off the place. We stole the show, and Gabe was watching the tournament, and he ends up hitting me up on National Pro Wrestling Day to do the same match at National Pro Wrestling Day. So me and Fox represented Evolve, which is funny because I've never had a match for Evolve ever at that point. But he's like, I want you guys to represent Evolve. We're like, okay, I can do that. And once again, we killed it, and we had a great match, and one of the best matches in the second half, the evening card for National Pro Wrestling Day. And then he's like, and Gabe came up to me, shook my hand. He's like, great job, guys. Great job. You both killed it. You did awesome, man. You'll be hearing from me in the future. And I got booked for Dragon Gate USA for Open the Ultimate Gate at the WrestleCon when they did New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, man. me myself, I would love to see you more on Evolve and Dragon Gate because they're definitely doing some big things too in professional wrestling this year out of the other promotions. But yeah, man. So basically, you're more of a Evolve guy, right?
I'd say I'm definitely a CZW guy. Like,
oh no, I'm talking about when it comes to when you're with Dragon Gate.
I believe like whenever the dates come about, whichever ones work out the best is like it seems that I've done more Evolve shows than Dragon Gate, and that's always just become like just because of circumstance, because it's always a special time when Dragon Gate comes around. You know, like because Dragon Gate is it's not Dragon Gate's ran a lot less than Evolve is. It seems like Evolve shows come around a lot more. But I'd say I've definitely got more opportunities on Evolve than Dragon Gate, but I've gotten great opportunities in Dragon Gate as well. But it comes to seem like I'm been more of a Evolve guy as of late, I should say.
Yeah, definitely, man. Go ahead, Ash.
Yeah, going back to CCW, I know recently, or I won't say recently, but not long ago, you won the Wire TV champ. I just want to ask you, is it that's so far the biggest highlight in your career so far?
As of now, it definitely is. I would definitely say that without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah,
because I remember when you won it, I was actually happy for you that you won the title, because I did, like you can say, I do watching your matches, and not to say myself, if anybody deserved to win that title, it's got to be Shane Strickland. And then he finally put the strap on you. I was like very happy, and I was like, yeah, definitely. So now that you said that's the biggest highlight of your career, what is your goal so far? Now that you got the TV title now, so what is your the next goal you wish you could accomplish? Like, you want to go somewhere out of the country, or hopefully come to West Coast, or a promotion called PWG, if that's in your mind?
I feel like all those are my goals, truly. Like, because honestly, I'll actually end up I'll actually be making my debut in Mexico in May for DTU. Okay. Yeah, so I'll be heading out there. It'll be the Tuesday after the May CZW show. So let's see, if I can defend the title, which I don't plan on losing, for sure. I'll be defending the CZW Wire Television title in Mexico. So that's going to be interesting to see if that can happen.
Question: where in Mexico this is taking place in?
It's going to be several different. It's actually going to be in several different arenas. I'll only be there for a week, but I'll be in about 5 different buildings each night. 5 different buildings. I'll be in Guadalajara, then I'll be another city, then I'll be in South. It's just a bunch of different venues I'll be doing. So I'm not going to be in one set city. So it's going to be a really, really great time, and I will be working with really, really great talent.
Yeah, because I actually live 2 or 3 hours away from Tijuana, so if you're around that area, I probably would start thinking about maybe heading down to Mexico. So
that would be amazing, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
get some American support.
Yeah, and I heard all these lucha shows out there are pretty good. So hey, I'll check it out. I can speak Spanish. I understand Spanish, so it'd be interesting how the way they'll say your name out there. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
It shows there's a lot of advertisements for it already, and it shows the different cities we'll be in, the talent that's going to be in. I'm already on the fly. I'm the only American on the entire tour, so that's pretty special. In my mind, I'm really proud of that.
What is the name of these events in Mexico?
It's actually, I know that the Hold on 1 second. I can look it up right now. I believe it is called Devastation, basically, in Spanish.
Devastation, okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna, so there's on my Facebook page, if you scroll down, there's a advertisement for it with, I shoot a little promo for it, and it shows my highlights, and it's going to be exciting. I'll probably be wrestling against Flamita, who's one of the Dragon Gate in Japan. I believe he's the Brave Gate champion over there in Dragon Gate, Japan right now. And he's just a phenomenal talent. He's amazing. And so I cannot wait to get in the ring with him.
All right, I'm gonna look up to this and see what happens. If it's like somewhere near TJ, I'll think about it. And I don't know if Skits wants to go, and I'll translate for you out there in Mexico. So
that would be awesome.
All right, we'll see. I'll check this out. I'll look into it. Go ahead, Skits.
Yeah. Basically, my next question is: now that you are the CZW Wire TV champ, is there any guys that you would like to defend your title against that you haven't gotten in the ring with yet?
I've gotten in the ring with this person before, but it was in a multi-man style matchup. But I would love to get a singles matchup against Chuck Taylor.
Chuck E.T. That'll be interesting. Chuck E.T. That's one of my favorite wrestlers out there today, and definitely be great to see you guys go at it. Probably have a little rival. I would love it. Book that shit, DJ.
Super talented guy. Yeah. I competed against him before, but it was in a multi-man, so I feel like in a singles, we both have a lot to offer the CZW audience with what we can both do. And Chucky is just so talented, so entertaining. He gives you everything. He gives you a little bit of everything. And I believe me and him could just really tear the roof off the place with the Flyer Skate Zone.
Yeah, man. I'm with it. I'm hoping the rest of our listeners are, because Chuck E. T and Shane Strickland would definitely be a good match for that Wire title. But I'm gonna pass it on to Oscar real quick.
Yeah. My next question I want to ask you it's sort of kind of similar question we asked you. Is there any opponent, either in the current WWE roster, TNA, or anywhere in the independent scene that you would like to have a chance to work with?
I've always wanted to work Rey Mysterio. That's still a dream of mine to have. Current WWE talent, I would say Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah, same thing.
Antonio Cesaro would be phenomenal. I can't even almost count NXT guys because some of them are good buddies of mine. So I've wrestled Kalisto and Evolve and Sammy Callahan. Yeah. And a guy as Solomon Crows, and I've always wanted to work with Sami Zayn. I would always wanted to have that match. It's possible, maybe I could, but who knows? Far in the future. Over in TNA, I've actually wrestled Sanjay Dutt and Zema Ion before.
I'm actually going to see Sunday next weekend, actually.
Oh, that's right. He is going over there.
In California against Drake Younger.
Yeah, I did see the advertisement for that. That's one guy I actually wanted to wrestle against too, Drake Younger. I never got to get in the ring with Drake before he's gone now. But I'd say in TNA talent, Austin Aries was a big fan. I was a big fan of. A really, really huge fan of Austin Aries coming up. He was probably when I first started watching independent wrestling, Ring of Honor. Austin Aries was my guy. Right now, the one guy I'm trying to step into the ring with, that I know me and him would do so much damage, is Ricochet.
Oh,
Bigger
yeah.
Shane the Beast, motherfucking boss.
He is a monster.
Yes, he is, and I think he's going to have a great year this year. And there's a name.
This is the greatest
name
year
is
the greatest name in independent wrestling right now.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Ricochet. And there's a name in TNA that I love to see you get in the ring with. I don't know why, but for some reason I like to see you guys get it on. Kenny King. I think you and Kenny King will have a good match. Even though what I see in TNA, what they're doing with them with this whole Las Vegas thing going on. Yeah, I think you and Kenny King will have a killer match.
Oh man, I would love to work with Kenny. It's funny because like I'm friends with him on the PlayStation Network, and I beat him in 2K. So yeah, so I already have one win over him if you want to count that.
Oh man.
I think the only wrestler I played video games with was B-Boy, and I beat him at what's that DC game? That Justice League game? Yeah. I beat B-Boy like so many times that game. I got bored.
God.
I have a question. This question is actually kind of related with your entrance, because I noticed you come out to Michael Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Is that like your choice, or is that like CZW's choice? And why'd you pick Michael Jackson if that's who you want to come out to? Because I know you say Swerve a lot, and you know Big Sean, he has Swerve on like a lot of his songs. You know what I mean?
Right. Honestly, back when I debuted for CZW in the aerial assault match, it was I had no idea what music I was going to come out to. I had none. I didn't even think of music. It was Sami Callihan that came out with that idea for me to do that. Because Sami was like, I like to impersonate people like all the time. So I'll do a Sami voice. Yeah, so he's like, hey Shane, man. So like me and Alex Colon, we were just riding in the car, bro, and we were just like, we had the Michael Jackson thing on, and we were like, yo, this would be like the perfect entrance song for Shane Strickland, man. Like, yo, so we were just like, yo, you should really come out to this song, man. It would really be freaking awesome because everybody's going to expect you to come out to like hardcore hip hop or something stupid like that, you know. And everybody always tries to be hard and like be an asshole and stuff like that. Why don't you try to go the opposite way? Try to be like the good guy. Try to be a baby face, you know, somebody that people will like, you know, like, you know, I'm not opposed to that. He's like, cool, I'm going to go get the music right now. I'm like, oh, cool. So what's the music? So we're flash forward into like the match, like we're like everybody's music is coming on, everybody's getting ready to come on, and so like Jackson 5, I Want You Back starts coming on, and like Uha looks at like, is this you? Is this like everybody's just looking at each other like, is this I don't know who this is. Del Sol, is this you? I was like, no, that's not me. Is it like they're just looking around? I was like, I guess this is me, and I just walk out and go and like just start dancing and jiving to the music. So that was a funny little moment.
Yeah, man. I'm like Shane said Swerve one time. I'm surprised he hasn't came out to no Big Sean yet, or at least thought of it.
It was something I thought like, and honestly, the music happened before Swerve happened. So, but like the music just stuck so well that I was like, I can't change this. So it just like it was just something I had to carry on with.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Real quick, I just want to go into. We were talking before the show. You said CZW has another show coming up April 27th in Rhode Island.
Yes,
what's
sir.
the name of that show?
I don't even think they named it yet. I will pretty much be knowing that soon, but I'm not sure on the name of the show. It may be Proving Grounds, but that may be the May show. So I don't want to like jump the gun and say, hey, it's Proving Grounds, and I'm like, oh no, Shane Strickland's an idiot. No, it's not. It's going to be at the same venue that Beyond has been running its killer super shows as of late at the Fett Music Hall in Rhode Island. So right in Providence. So fans will be getting a little taste of ultra violence for the first time in Rhode Island. So if you're a fan of I feel like if you're a fan of the Beyond Wrestling Super Shows, you're a fan of some of the guys that have been coming up from Beyond in CZW, this is the perfect opportunity. And you've never been if you feel like you're too far away from like Voorhees, New Jersey, to make the drive out there, well, we're coming to you that month, just this month, and at the end of the month, and on a Sunday. So I feel like there's a perfect opportunity. You know, never know when the next time we'll be able to come out. You know, never know if it's going to be next year, next month, or you never know. So this is the only opportunity till further notice that you're going to get a chance to see it.
Yeah. So do you know who's going to be the next contender for your title?
I'm not even sure yet. So only time will tell. So
you know
whoever
what?
it is,
show,
better protect the chest.
I was gonna say, after this show, we had to tweet DJ and say, book it, Chuck Taylor versus Shane Strickland, next CZW show, April 25th, and I believe the show is called To Infinity.
Oh, that is right. Okay.
So
yeah,
To Infinity. Let's book that shit. Chuck T versus Shane Strickland for the Wired title. I know you just had a ladder match this past weekend.
Yes, sir.
I honestly haven't got a chance to see it, but definitely gonna look into it.
You definitely should. I definitely do something, and I go a route that I've never gone for in my wrestling career yet. So I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to leave it up to you to check out and see what it was.
I will watch it, and I will tweet you and let you know what I thought about the match. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it because who doesn't like a ladder match? Everybody loves ladder match.
Hey, I've done 8 of them so far in my career.
I'm pretty sure you got some favorites out there, right?
Excuse me?
I said, I'm pretty sure you got some favorite ladder matches out there, right?
Oh, yes, hands down. Like, the Down with the Sickness ladder match, that's going to be my favorite match. Like, one of my top favorite matches of all time in my career thus far.
Yeah, man, definitely. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, just want to ask you. You see, I ask all our guests this, but I'm going to ask you now. Let's just say there's actually a time machine, all right? Let's say there's one. If you can go back in time, who would you like to wrestle back in the day and why?
Eddie Guerrero, ECW.
Oh, okay.
Eddie Guerrero.
You said ECW or WCW?
ECW, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, okay, ECW. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would, at that time specifically, because the man was still, like, inventing things that haven't even been seen in America or in professional wrestling. He was just such a great guy about a great worker about meshing styles of like old British styles mixed with Dean Malenko, then can go lucha style, then go American, and it was just so like he was a pioneer. Not many people could dissect those styles in one area. Like usually, like when you go to Mexico, like you know what to expect, and that's how. But like an American who's just watching American wrestling, watching lucha, it'd get kind of lost. They'd get kind of confused. Or if they were watching British, or if British were watching lucha, it would be like they'd be like, "Whoa, what's going on? I don't understand this." He found a way to get every single type of culture to understand what he was doing and still entertain. He could be booed, he could be loved. He could have the crowd in the palm of his hand and still be the most athletic man you've ever seen in a wrestling ring. He could make anybody look good. He could fly. He could base. He could wrestle in the mat. He could who knows how to cheat and still be loved. That's one of the very few things that is really, like, lie, cheat, and steal. It's funny, like, oh, that was funny, I used to love that. But not too many guys can get away with doing that nowadays, like cheating and still get love from fans. Like, he was honestly a genius. In my opinion, he was one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And you can only have one of those guys every 20 to 30 years. And I still think we're waiting on the next one. And it's going to be a long time till we get that.
Yeah, definitely. Eddie Guerrero was like one of the best. I actually met the guy. He was a pretty cool dude. Honestly,
I think we got to see his last WrestleMania too. Me and Oscar were in, we were at his last WrestleMania here in Los Angeles.
Against Rey Mysterio. Yeah. Yeah, 21. And in my mind, for me, if I want to see you go back in time, I would like to see you in WCW in 1998. You actually feuding with the LWO, because I think you could have a great match with any of those guys, like Le Parca, Psychosis. Put it this way, I don't know if you remember the Billy Kidman role, which he's trying to get Rey Mysterio out of LWO. I think you would have been sitting in that role.
Oh man, I would definitely that would definitely actually be really fun for me. In my opinion, that would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, Skids.
Yeah, I might as well just go ahead with my question that I asked most of our listeners. This is usually my last question. So, Shane, you started your own promotion, and you have to hire 3 wrestlers around the world. Doesn't matter, U.S., Japan. 3 wrestlers to start your own promotion. Who are those 3 guys you're going to hire?
Oh, this is tough. This is tough. This is a difficult one. If I can hire 3, just 3, Jesus. It depends on what what audience I'm going for, but my number one right off the bat is Adam Cole.
Baby!
Number 2. Number 1 off the back has to be my buddy Adam. Because he's proven he can carry a company on his back easily.
Okay.
Number 2, I'd want a big guy. And I feel like the best big guy in wrestling right now has to be Uhaa Nation.
Peace.
And it's only a matter of time before he just starts just demolishing people.
It's funny that you mentioned him because we are, like, me and the guys, like, here on WH Radio, we always talk about him on our boxer combos. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal. I'm really good friends with him and Ricochet and guys like that, and they're just great guys and just phenomenal talent. And then my 3rd guy, I want an entertainer because I would definitely want to fill out all the spectrums. And I feel like the best entertainer in wrestling right now is Rich Swann.
Rich Swann I love him. At PWG, him and Ricochet, they have everybody dancing. You gotta love it. Oh, no.
And here's the funny thing about Rich. Like, I don't think a lot of people he's very, very extremely unappreciated as, like, he's more than just a great athlete, a funny guy. I feel like he's still limited. That people still limit him to what he is. Rich Swann is one of those guys that's just walking around one day at like not necessarily at a show. He's just walking around and having fun and just like, and he's the kind of guy just be like, you know what, man, I had this song. This is like I like to impersonate people, so he's Rich Swann. He's like, you know what, I've been walking around all freaking day and I had the song All Night Long by Lionel Richie stuck in my head. I'm gonna go out to the ring with that motherfucker, man. And he's just gonna go like, just give me the instrumental. And he just goes all night long. And now when he goes to London, you're going to hear all night long. When you go to Japan, you're going to hear all night long. When he goes to Mexico, America, PWG, Dragon Gate, all night long. All because
we hear it all the time. We love it too.
And all just because he just wanted to just sing it that day. He's also one of the guys, like, he's just an entertainer. He's just such a great entertainer. And not many people can do that. That's a gift. A gift for people to just, for someone to just be like, I'm going to get this over. And go out there and do it, and it works every time like that. That's truly one of the biggest gifts that anybody can have in wrestling, or any type of entertainment value. And Rich Swann is the best at it right now.
You know what's funny?
It's captivating to me.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, know what's funny? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, man.
Oh, no, I just want to get that out.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, like, because usually I show up to the PWG lines extra early, and, the guys, they show up, and they get out their cars or whatnot. And Rich Swann, he would get out of his car, say hi to, like, all the fans or whatnot, and then he would get his guitar and, like, sit there and just play the guitar in front of everybody. Like, dude is cool as fuck. One of the coolest dudes I've met.
Like I said, he is a naturally gifted entertainer. He's just a naturally gifted person. Like, his personality's high energy, is like, he's just one of those guys that just makes everybody, he warms the room. He's a great locker room morale. He's nobody can ever say a bad thing about Rich Swann.
Yeah.
And if you do, then something's wrong with you.
Yeah, Swann is definitely one of my favorite guys in professional wrestling today. But yeah, Shane, before we let you go, did you want to throw out any plugs, like Twitters, Facebooks, all the good stuff, where people can reach you?
Sure. You can always follow me on Instagram. I like to post funny, stupid videos just like every other person at Strickland Shane. And you can do the same on Twitter at Strickland Shane. I'm always plugging where I'm going to be next, what country I may be in, what promotion I'll be working for. I like to list new talents out there that people should check out and look at, because I feel like independent wrestling is definitely in a good place right now. Wrestling in general is in a great place right now with WWE, with TNA, because it seems like TNA is starting to step up their game again. The future of professional wrestling is just, it's an exciting time. So it's about time we start seeing about the future of, like, different talents that's out there. You can always follow me on Facebook on Shane Swerve Strickland, I should say, on Facebook. I'm always posting videos, advertisements, different events that's going to be popping in maybe in your area. You never know. I might be popping up in the East Coast, the Southern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere. I might be in the South Pole, North Pole, for all you know. There's also,
come to the West Coast.
You just shall wait, man. Just shall wait. I won't say anything. I will not say a word. There's also, I will not say a word. Also, you can purchase Shane Strickland apparel at ProWrestlingTees.com. There's there's about 3 to 4 different designs out right now. So it's definitely something to check out there. There's always you can always come to the CZW in Voorhees, New Jersey, Flyer Skate Zone. Purchase merch from me there. Personally, I'll sign it for you. I'll do whatever. Man, I'll freaking do the nay for you if you buy a shirt. Who knows? But that's about it. 2014 is looking great for Big Old Swerve, so just gotta follow me on social media and check out and see what's going on. And they support independent wrestling and wrestling period.
Definitely, man. Definitely, Shane. We want to say we appreciate you taking your time out and talk with us, and maybe we can do this again.
Oh, definitely. Don't even hesitate to ask.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll just give you a call.
Excuse me?
I said I'll just give you a call whenever you guys got a big show coming up, and we'll bring you on here to talk about it.
Oh, definitely. Please do.
Yeah, man. All right, bro.
Thank you guys for the time.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks, dude. All right, Shane.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, man.
All right, take care, Shane.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Shane Strickland from CZW, Dragon Gate USA Evolve. Pretty good interview there.
Yeah.
I got some good answers back from some good questions that I asked.
Yeah, and, this guy is really, really young, and his future looks bright. So who knows what's going to go down in 5 years in his career, and maybe we can say 5 years from now, damn, we actually had this guy in WrestlingHeads Radio. So
yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah,
definitely, dude. Real quickly, though, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and just talk some Raw or whatnot. So
and we have an announcement, don't we?
Yeah, we have an announcement, too. We'll make that announcement first before we talk about Raw when we come back. We'll be right back.
I'm sorry I don't have anything really cool to say like the other guys, but you're listening to WrestlingHeads Radio, and this is Candice LeRae. Mwah.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling, discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and WrestlingHeads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready? Welcome back to WrestlingHeads Radio. You got skits. I'm here with Oscar. And this is WH Raw right now. I'm about to get into some Raw talk. But first, I'm going to make an announcement for our guest for Wednesday's show on Shoot the Shit Wednesdays. We have another indie guy coming here on WH Radio. We got Trevor Lee coming here on Wednesday, on Shoot the Shit Wednesday. So Trevor Lee is going to be here here on WH Radio. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. I got to see him wrestle on PWG. He freaking blew my mind. Like, holy shit. So it's very interesting to hear him on Wednesday.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So Shoot the Shit is going to be this Wednesday. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of stuff besides having the interview with Trevor Lee, which we'll talk about a little later. But let's go and get to this Raw talk. Which tonight?
Before we go on to Raw, I just want to say something. Just behalf of David Gomez, the Wrestling Guy store. He announced that he's bringing in Chavo Guerrero for a signing on April 27th. That's on a Sunday at Huntington Park, California. I'll look up at the Wrestling Guy Net information, or you can follow him at the Wrestling Guy HP for more information about the Chavo Guerrero signing on April 27th.
Definitely. Now let's go get into some Raw talk. Tonight's Raw was basically an Intercontinental tournament for the number one contender. So Big E Langston will be putting his title on the line against whoever wins that tournament. And I'm just going to, before we actually start talking about the matches, I'm just going to let everybody know who is in the tournament. We had Mark Henry in the tournament, Cesaro, RVD, Del Rio, Sheamus, Swagger, Ziggler, and Wade Barrett were all in the tournament. So basically Raw opened up with Del Rio versus RVD, and I wasn't mad because, like, these two dudes, they actually have a history. It's not like they just put two guys together and say, fuck it, just go at it, you know? And I really think these guys, they have a lot of chemistry, and they still put on great matches together. So we all knew RVD was going to win because the reason why, because RVD just came back, and which I think Del Rio probably should have went over because, you know, he's really that guy that's going to be around longer. But I don't know, man. We already know what happened, so.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it wouldn't make sense if you brought already back and them lose already. And no offense to Del Rio, but if you're gonna make already lose to somebody for this react, it has to be someone like Randy Orton or, hate to say, Batista, but not Del Rio. So.
I honestly couldn't hear you, dude.
Oh no, I said that when RVD came. I mean, if you're gonna already lose. I mean, right after he comes back, it has to be someone like Randy Orton or, hate to say, Batista. So that has to be one of those guys, but not Del Rio. No offense with Del Rio, but it ain't that guy.
So basically, ADR, you know, he's never got that chance to get that IC title. So we could basically put that in the trash now because RVD basically went over and got the W. He basically advanced in the first round. So, but later on that night, we had Mark Henry going against Cesaro, and everybody and their mom was looking for Cesaro's swing, which would have been awesome. But I actually was watching a interview with Cesaro. I believe, who was it? It was one of these fucking dudes that fucking interview wrestlers like WrestleMania weekend and shit. But anyways, he said. They asked him, is there anybody in the WWE that you think you cannot swing? And he said Big Show and Mark Henry are two guys I probably cannot swing. So, and for those that are actually looking forward to it and thought he actually was going to swing, Mark Henry is an idiot. So it didn't happen, but Cesaro did get the W. The match, I honestly don't know why they booked Mark Henry in the match because I don't think Mark Henry even did nothing but a clothesline in that match that I can remember.
Yeah, it just seems like Cesaro just destroyed the guy. You know, and Mark Henry's a 400-pound big guy. So, I mean, it just seems like Cesaro just did all the work. And the only work Mark Henry did was selling. So he just almost basically did the jobber role there.
Yeah. Henry played, I don't know why they had Mark Henry job in a fucking tournament, which didn't make sense to me. So it's gonna be RVD versus Del Rio. Cesaro versus Del Rio next week on Raw. But what I was looking forward to seeing is Sheamus actually Swagger go over Sheamus tonight, but it didn't happen. It was an okay match. Could have been better, but I don't know. I'm just going to pass it on to you, dude. I have nothing to say about these two.
About Sheamus and was it Swagger? I mean, you can say it looks disappointing. I actually thought when I saw the bracket finals would be Cesaro against Swagger, but I'm actually surprised that Sheamus went over. So I don't know what they're thinking about, and what's the deal with Cesaro and Swagger? Like, it's gonna squash it, or something I don't understand. But I think it's something that it would have continued on, or have more or more excitement for the season. Excitement of that rivalry could happen if and maybe that could have been extreme booster if that's the way maybe he's going with this whole tournament thing.
Yeah, Oscar, I'm not even sure which phone you're on, but I know your phone's screwing up big time, dude. Like, you might want to change phone or something. Like, really. I can barely hear you here.
right, let me get you. Let me go back. I'll call you back in a second. Go on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going on with Oscar's phone, but I'm going to keep going with the show. And I'm just basically just going to say this straight up. I know a lot of people, they want to see Cesaro and Swag feud. I really think it's still possible. You can have Swagger basically interfere in Cesaro's match and somehow have the feud keep going on. And I don't know. It would be nice to have the IC title a part of it, but come on, WWE, what the fuck are you doing? That's all to say from now.
Now, can you hear me now?
Awesome.
Awesome. Brilliant. All right, cool.
I don't know if you just heard what I said, but I was just talking.
Not really hear what you say.
I was saying that the Swagger Cesaro feud can keep going if they have Swagger get jealous of Cesaro being in the finals and he screws it up somehow with a disqualification, and maybe they can have the feud continue on with a triple threat to the next pay-per-view, which I'm not sure what it is after Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I believe it's Payback, but I guess what you're saying, and there's one thing I like about this tournament. They're actually trying to make the Intercontinental title mean more something again, but the problem is that you're not doing a good job as a storyline to the Intercontinental, meaning like you gotta give Big E a rivalry that we can remember for the Intercontinental title. So far, when he had that title, he has not had that rivalry. So basically, if you look at the WWE history, guys like Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, all had, Hall of Fame careers and also had memories for the Intercontinental title. Same thing with Razor Ramon, who just entered the Hall of Fame. Same with the Ultimate Warrior. Randy Savage. Yeah, there you go. Most of the guys I just named.
Has Hulk Hogan never had the IC title?
No, he never had the IC title. But I'm just saying, most of the guys are. Most of the guys.
Hogan should have that, but back in the '80s, at least once.
Well, but I'm saying the point is, most of the guys I just named are at least Hall of Fame careers, and most of them maybe could think of like the whole, the Intercontinental title rivalries they had, like The Rock and Triple H. Big E, I'm not saying the way how the Intercontinental title is, it's not Big E Langston's fault at all. I don't think it's none of his fault. I just think it's more of the creative team not giving him a decent rivalry. A Cesaro and Swagger rivalry for the Intercontinental title could be in place of something like The Rock or Triple H, Warrior, Rick Rude, something like that. It could work that way. So hopefully whatever this new era we're going into right now,
they're calling it the reality era.
I guess the reality era we're going through right now, they can fix the whole Intercontinental title thing. It doesn't matter who has the strap. You gotta fucking make it, whoever carries the strap, make it more memorable. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, man. Also tonight on Raw, Paige, Jobs, Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. Everybody on Twitter was talking about give Alicia Fox credit. What the fuck was she doing in the ring? That actually impressed me. Nothing. She did like...
Hey, that's one thing I can say. She's actually trying. I'll tell you that right now. She's trying. But nothing too impressive, but...
Hold on.
She's not...
What was she trying?
Huh?
What was she... I said, what was she trying? Because I didn't see nothing. I saw...
Okay, you're basically... You're basically making her... I'll tell you this, she's not the worst Diva wrestler in the roster right now. She's not the worst. The worst is freaking Eva Marie. She's the worst. And I say, fucking Alicia Fox is way better.
Is Eva Marie even a wrestler?
I even don't know. But hey, Alicia Fox is better than her. And I'm not even an Alicia Fox fan.
You know how I feel about Alicia Fox. She's terrible. She's garbage. Fucking get off my TV. I'd rather have seen Emma versus Paige or fucking somebody with talent, Natalia, somebody, you know, somebody got, you know. I honestly, if Brie Bella wasn't on I'd rather have seen Brie Bella against fucking Paige than fucking Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox is garbage. Put Tamina Snuka in the fucking ring, for God's sakes. But anyways, I'm done with the Divas. That's my little rap for the Divas for today.
Well, there's one thing I was going to say about this. I'm a little concerned about Paige on this one. Why the hell, in both matches already, that she's like getting like, how can I say it? She's the one taking all the bumps and stuff, while the other person like AJ or Alicia Fox doing all the work to her, and then all of a sudden it's like,
it's only your second match.
Yeah, but I want to see Paige. All right, but I just want to see Paige do something like destroy that damn diva. Like you tweeted, you want to see Paige destroy Alicia Fox. She didn't destroy her. So
I said she's destroyed her NXT. I said nothing new.
I don't see the same Paige from NXT so far right now. That's all I'm gonna say, because the Paige from NXT will destroy somebody. This one I see right now on the main roster, I don't see that Paige, but maybe you're right. It's the second match. I don't want to see this continue on. That's what I'm a little worried about Paige so far.
Well, Paige can't be dominant all the time. I mean, shit. I'm pretty sure there's some guy wrestlers out there that you want to see dominate, but that don't fucking dominate the whole match. But it's part of wrestling, you know? But I guess. Shit, I'm actually trying to get a special guest here to call up here on WH Radio, see if we can get that person to call. I might make the call myself.
Mr. Arthur Craft?
No, not Craft. Hold up. You know what? Fuck it. I'm calling this person. They don't answer, then fuck it. I tried. That's all I'm going to say. So, WrestlingHeads, if y'all could bear me real quick. I'm really about to see if this person can answer the phone one time and fuck with us real quick on some WrestlingHeads talk. Because it would be nice to have this person on for the rest of the show. It would be nice. Let's see. They ain't gonna answer. Yep. Yes, I knew they wasn't gonna answer. Come on, son.
Sorry, I wasn't able to answer your call, but please leave your name and number, and I will.
Oh, better than that, Toby. Fucking thought you was better than that, bro. I'm actually, I just Facebooked his girlfriend, too. And she said, hey, Skits. I said, tell Toby to call up. And she hasn't responded either. Come on, guys.
I guess.
Anyways, though, Bad News Barrett also faces Ziggler tonight. Two guys that Chris actually dislikes wrestle each other. How funny, huh?
Yeah. And what's funny is that it seems like I said last week, they're trying one more time with Wade Barrett to give him, the glory again, to see what happens. That reveal, or leave that magic he had with the Nexus. But I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll see. But now that Wade Barrett won that match, it turned my prediction around that we could probably see a Cesaro-Wade Barrett finals now. I don't know if you agree with that.
That's possible.
Yeah.
But also it's possible that Sheamus versus Cesaro, too. All these guys are not from the United States, too, if you think about it, So, all these guys kind of have the same type of style, with the uppercuts and shit. So, it will be uppercut mania with those guys. It doesn't matter, because Cesaro's going to the finals regardless, and he's going to face either Sheamus or Wade Barrett, so it doesn't matter. Cesaro,
an uppercut party.
Cesaro versus either one will probably be a good match, because, I don't know, he just has good matches with those type of dudes for some reason. Tonight, The Shield, they main evented against Titus O'Neil, Alberto Del Rio, Fandango, 3MB, Rybaxel. Who am I missing?
3MB, Rybaxel, Titus O'Neil. Shit. I know it's like 11 guys against the Shield.
All the jobbers, basically. All the jobbers. Well, Wade Barrett. Basically, just fucking all these heels against the Shield. And it turned into a disqualification, but all I gotta say is Seth Rollins, Tyler Black, whatever you want to call my boy, fucking beast. Fucking does a leap over the fucking top rope and just lands on everybody like a boss that he is. And then all the heels, they just beat the shit out of the fucking Shield. And what music do you hear? Evolution is a mystery. And that music is sweet. One of the sweetest fucking theme songs ever. One thing I can say, when Evolution, back in the days when it came out, Randy Orton was always my favorite. And the way Orton delivers that RKO is crazy. But looks like Evolution 2.0 is back without Flair.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they don't bring Flair in due to the fact that this is a heel group and they're going to get physicality a lot, so, and they don't want Ric Flair to be involved at all. So, I mean, hey, it's not a shame that they're not bringing Ric Flair in, I understand, but, oh well. I mean, it'd be nice for 1 week he comes out and he kind of confronts him like, hey, what about me, you know? It'd be nice for that, but, you know, weekly basis, I don't want to see Ric Flair on Raw.
Oh my God! I just seen the funniest tweet ever, and I'm gonna let you find out for yourself. I'm not gonna say. Wow, that's all I have to say. Twitter is fucking hilarious, people. You gotta love it.
Don't tell me it's about the damn Bray Wyatt and Gunner.
Nah, nothing to do with Bray Wyatt, but real quick, let's take a break real quick.
This is Adam Cole, the current PWG World Champion and your next Ring of Honor World Champion. I'm here to tell you...
Oh, shit. That's another botch here on WH Radio. I skits, and I played a wrong commercial. Let's play the right one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Adam Cole, your current PWG World Champion and Ring of Honor World Champion, and you're listening to WrestlingHeads Radio.
Yo, welcome to WH Radio. Today's show is brought to you by the good people down at WrestlingRambles.com. For the latest in wrestling news, in-depth blog, and hot topic discussion, hit up WrestlingRambles.com. Remember, it's not just any ramble, but a Wrestling Rambles. WrestlingRambles.com. And also special thanks to Ring Rust Radio and SLTDWrestling.com. Thank you for listening.
No, I just found out. Thanks to our boy, call up dog if you want. Our boy from Smartcast. He said it was Rusev. Rusev is one of the dudes. He does. He definitely was one of those dudes.
Yeah.
It would be dope if our boy from Smartcast, I think his name is Darren, if he'll call up and talk some wrestling with us. But yeah, Rusev. Yeah, I think Rusev was gonna get a fucking push on. I saw somebody tweet that they think John Cena's gonna fucking beat Rusev at Payback. Like, the fuck?
That, I don't know. That it depends with how Lane TV want to do the Bray Wyatt and John Cena feud. I mean, I do see a Rusev and John Cena feud down the road, but I don't know about Payback.
Fuck a Rusev and Cena feud, period. Honestly. Let's be honest.
Let me ask you a question. We saw Kane earlier today, and it seems like Stephanie is bring back.
Really?
Kane?
Really?
Kane? Well, it looks like we have Kane and Daniel Bryan.
All I have to say is really, like Miz would say, why is WWE taking their fucking sweet time make it a video package to hype Kane's return as Kane the Monster. Come on now. Who really gives a shit about Kane coming back as a monster? Like, he's going to get beat by Daniel Bryan regardless, as we already know. It's like a waste of fucking time. Come on. Waste of fucking package right there, people. That's what I have to say. Fuck Kane.
Yeah, and plus they have no idea to put in for Bryan the next pay-per-view because you can have pretty much the Evolution going against the Shield, so we can put against Bryan.
I don't know. That's a good question. It better not be Kane if Kane wrestles Daniel Bryan for the WWE title, I am not watching Extreme Rules.
Well, look, too bad. Looks like it's gonna happen.
No, they said they're gonna wrestle Monday, right?
I don't know about Monday, but you gotta think about it. Who else can you put against Bryan?
Why? Why, people? Why do we really do? Does anybody really want to see Kane versus Daniel Bryan at Extreme Rules for the WWE title? Honestly, no, I didn't think so. Nobody will see that garbage.
Well, the only way I want to see is some kind of old school Attitude Era type match, like a First Blood match or an Inferno match, but it ain't gonna happen.
Nobody will see Inferno match. That's what happened last time with the Inferno match.
No. That's the Ring of Fire. I mean, Inferno match means somebody gotta get on fire, and that's not gonna happen between Daniel Bryan and Kane. I mean, the one with Bray Wyatt was different. It was called the Ring of Fire. And that shit was garbage.
I honestly don't know about the whole Kane situation. Honestly, I really don't care for Kane anymore. Kane was a guy that I used to like back when I was 16, 17. I'm older. I'm over that shit. I'm looking for the young boys to step their game up. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing which is not going to happen. Because there's really nobody right now. If CM Punk was around right now, he'll be the perfect person to face Daniel Bryan. Perfect person. But
yeah.
Bray Wyatt, he's busy. Cena's busy. Orton and Batista are busy. So that leads up to Kane. We don't want to see no Big Show.
Godly.
But
you see,
I don't know.
You have to.
We'll just sit back right now and relax and see what happens. Who knows?
I'm telling you, it's gonna have. Hey, like I said, Kane's the guy.
So you're calling Kane versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title? I thought they said this match was next week though.
I don't think so. I swear to God, it's.
If somebody can let me know that it's next week on Twitter, that would be great, because I could have sworn they said it'll be next week. But who knows?
I think I swear I heard it next week that he's going to unleash the monster at Daniel Bryan, but not no match has none been announced, though.
Fuck you, WWE, if you want to. Last time we seen these two wrestle, King with the mask, wasn't it like SummerSlam or some shit?
Yeah, I actually was there, too.
Of course you were.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan won that match. But anyways,
I think we do have one match that's booked for TLC, and that's AJ Lee versus Paige for the women's Divas for the Divas title, and it's an I Quit match.
Oh, an I Quit match. Okay. It would be interesting to see what kind of match how they're gonna do this, but I don't want to see Paige doing what she does every week, like the last two weeks. But hey, next week if she gets in the better match with somebody, then okay, it'd be interesting. But I always want to see those two get it on. Not that bullshit match we had last week, but an actual match.
It's not gonna be a bullshit match if it's an I Quit match.
Yeah, it better not be stupid shit. So you never know with the WWE sometimes.
Well, the last pay-per-view match before the I think it was WTLC.
Mhm.
It was pretty good. So that was a pretty good one. It was Natalya versus AJ. That was a good match, actually.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
what I want to say.
Okay.
Oh,
let me ask you.
I'm going to mention it now, real quick. I'm going to mention it now. This is from Chris. What happened with fucking Batista being champ by the time his fucking movie comes out?
His movie's not out yet. It's still.
But you said
out in the summertime.
So you still think Batista's gonna be fucking champ?
By the summertime, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you a question. Who the fuck would you want to see Daniel Bryan drop the title to?
Nobody.
See, you're being greedy now.
I'm not being greedy. I'm just being a smart fan that doesn't want to see garbage ass Batista.
But did I say I want to see Batista become champion? No, I did not say that. I just think
but
it's
you
gonna
said
happen.
Batista will. You just said think. You said he will be champ, and I quote.
No. Well, whatever, but doesn't mean I really wanted to see him be the champion. I'm very excited for Batista. Oh, yeah, Batista, he should be WWE champion. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it that way. I just think it's going to happen.
I don't know, dude. We'll see. I really don't see Batista.
I'll tell you this right now. WWE will do something to piss you off, and that's another way to do it, by having Batista win the title for once. But don't worry, Skits. Don't worry. You will see Batista lose the title at SummerSlam. You're going to see it in person, and you're going to be screaming and losing your voice like you always do.
I only lose my voice at PWG shows. And sometimes
you're going to lose it in WWE. You're going to lose it in this one, watch, when Batista drops the title. Trust me.
I just don't see it. I really don't see no Batista holding no title. I don't.
Well, we still have plenty of time to the summertime, so see what happens.
I think you've been smoking lately, bro. If you really think Batista's going to be the champ.
All right. Hey. When he wins the title, play this fucking episode again and then see what happens.
Yeah.
But like I said,
we should go back to some other episodes where you said Batista was going to be champ by the summer too, but I don't see it.
Well, not in summertime yet, though.
I'm telling you right now, I can see Bray Wyatt as fucking WWE champ by the summer before I see Batista any day. I can see John Cena champ again before Bray. I can see John Cena champ before Batista again. I'd rather see John Cena as champ before Batista any day of the week. Speaking of Bautista, Boo. Him and Randy Orton, I don't even know who won the match when they went against the Usos. You want to talk about that match?
Basically, they won by DQ due to the Shield's interference. But I want to mention.
See how bad it is?
Yeah. I don't want to say it's a bad Raw. It was basically an Ultimate Warrior tribute show, and you saw the Usos dressed like the Ultimate Warrior. And one of them was shaking the ropes. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say this was a bad Raw. I mean, we can't say it's a bad Raw. That's like, to me, it's like so disrespectful for the Ultimate Warrior, you know. I mean, I kind of knew this was going to be a Raw. This was a kind of Raw that was going to happen. I said on Wednesday's show, they should do a Raw like this for the Ultimate Warrior, like if he was in the current roster. But, you know, they just did too much time with the Ultimate Warrior, put him in the Hall of Fame, and they have this behind-the-scenes stuff they did with him during WrestleMania weekend, which is going to air in the WWE Network this week. So, I mean, hey, why not do a special tribute show of Ultimate Warrior? So, I mean, hey, WWE didn't protect his death, so it just happened, you know, right after all this, you know, you could say it's a great honored weekend for Ultimate Warrior. You know, just put him in the Hall of Fame, having him appear at a WrestleMania in a Raw, and then all of a sudden he died the next day. I mean, that's something that comes out of nowhere, and that just shows you, you know, how life is. You know, you never know when something like that can strike.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Next thing I want to ask you, I'm actually calling you out on this because I believe you said that you liked Leo Kruger, right?
Yes, I like the character Leo Kruger thing, but the whole Adam Rose thing is fucking stupid.
I thought you were on the whole Adam Rose wagon like
No.
I could have sworn. Please, if anybody
Mysterious Mexican, call in please call in.
No, nobody wants to
tell him about a month ago I still said fuck Adam Rose. Thank you very much. I never said anything great about Adam Rose. I say like it.
I want to mention something about Adam Rose real quick. I just do want to say his video package is the shit. One thing that I do like about his video package is sweet. It's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun to watch dude enter the ring. But I want to see what they're going to do with this guy. Like, what are they going to do with him first? That's the question.
Right.
What they could do, if they wanted to, they could start an NXT feud on the main roster. Because Bo Dallas, what are they going to do with him? And if they come in at the same time, they can feud with each other. That's the only thing I can see them doing with those two. I don't see them feuding with anybody right now. Like, it just wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, definitely. But
Chris, I do hate Adam Rose too, but I do like his video package. It's fucking crazy. Hilarious.
Yeah.
I never did like Leo Cougar either, so.
Well, the guy been around for a while, even during the SCW days, and hey, why not do it? Put him in the main roster. But I just thought that if they're going to switch characters, why not give it more time in NXT with this whole Adam Rose thing? To me, I see it like, okay, this whole Adam Rose thing and the whole, what's it called, Rosebirds, or what's that shit called, Rosebuds? You know what I'm talking about, right? Whatever. That shit's been trending a lot in WWE. Like, okay, let's just put him in the main roster.
Adam Rose is actually trending right now. Not worldwide. He's trending like, if you tweet about wrestling a lot, and you can see all the trends of what's going on in wrestling. Like the number one trend right now for wrestling is Raw is Warrior, and next is Evolution.
Yeah, I mean,
Alicia Fox is trending. Suck a dick. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what's up with Adam Rose. Bo Dallas. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Bo Dallas also.
Let me ask you a question. I want to know when are their next tapings, because I swear to God, I want to read some spoilers of the next NXT tapings. That are we finally going to see guys like Sami Callihan or Kalisto, guys like them debuting already? Now you're having Bo Dallas going in, and you have Paige in already. Like, is it time for them to see these guys on NXT?
I have no clue, dude.
I mean, I think it's time. Because when was the last time? When was that PWG show when Sami Callihan and Del Sol was the last time? I mean, the last show there, was it back in June? And we're fucking in April, right?
I have no clue what's going on with Sami Callihan right now and Del Sol. I just know that they need to be on some NXT TV already, because I haven't watched NXT in a while, to be honest. But we'll see. Real quick though, for those that don't know, I'm going to switch gears real quick. Chris Sabin, his TNA contract is up. What is up with Sabin? What's going to happen with Sabin next? I know he's going to be taking indie bookings soon. I don't know. Do you think he made the right choice leaving TNA, or would you like to see him another place?
Well, I read that he basically TNA gave him the same offer as AJ Styles, and he didn't like that offer, so he decided to walk out. And maybe he thinks the same way like AJ. He could go going around indie promotions, and maybe he thinks that maybe a big company like New Japan might give him some dough, but we'll see what happens. I mean, don't forget, Jeff Jarrett's new company coming out, Global Force Wrestling. It's you never know, he could go there. So I'm thinking Sabin has many options. He could go down in indies or that. promotion Jeff Jarrett started. So, to me, I think he's okay. He'll be okay. He's a big name. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think limiting TNA, so he's not like what you'd say. It's a step back for him. I mean, he can go to any promotion. If he wants to make Goldie's on any promotion, go for it. Hell, if he wants to go back to PWG, I'm up for it.
I knew you would fucking say that.
I'm up for it.
You're fucking greedy. Let fucking Chris Sabin showcase his fucking talent around the world. Shit.
Let him. I'm not saying better be in the next show in May. Man, if he wants to, he wants to. He doesn't, he doesn't. You know?
Yeah. Last time I seen Sabin was at fucking Bound for Glory. That ladder match, I'm sorry, it was horrible. But anyways. Also, I wouldn't say their contracts are up yet, but I do know that they are booked at I actually want to say some of this conversation, but we're pretty sure we'll bring it back up Wednesday with Chris. Kaz and Christopher Daniels are booked at House of Hardcore.
Yeah. They're
gonna go against the Bucks, which should be a good match.
Yeah, which I'm planning to go. I mean, it will not be my first time seeing the Bucks and Bad Influence get it on. I mean, I saw them at Coincidential last year at the first Coincidential show. It was not a bad match. Hell, I'll go see them again. Those two teams get it on again, and not only that, Bad Influence put them over. I mean, put the crowd up. I mean, put the Young Bucks over, saying they deserve to be in a national TV stage. You know, like basically he's trying to say you deserve to be in WWE or TNA right now. So, I mean, that was a good thing they did that. So, hell, you know, give respect to Chris Daniels for saying that about the Young Bucks. I know you're a big Young Bucks fan, and you wish, I know for sure you wish you're during WWE right now. And how the way the tag team division is, it would have killed everybody in that division.
I'm loving the Bucks wherever, baby. Let's go, Young Bucks. Fuck the Young Bucks. Also, I know earlier you were talking about Global Force. They had a big announcement they were supposed to announce today, which didn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's kind of delayed at the moment. So
I thought till tomorrow.
Yeah. Honestly, let me see the date. I just saw it said it was delayed. If you can correct me.
I think they're announcing tomorrow. But to me, whatever they announce, I mean, nothing big. Like, okay, probably like I said, like last week, probably once they're gonna be giving out a little bit of information and see what happens. I don't think they're gonna be a big signing and they probably gonna announce when they're gonna start it or something. If it's January, we're rumored to be, they have a long way to go signing talent. I know it's funny. They actually teased that they signed these guys in Global Force Warning. It's when Jeff Jarrett posts the photos of all these wrestlers like Carlito.
I don't think it was a tease because it was a picture with him with other people that are like he had a picture with Bret Hart. Is he really going to sign Bret Hart? No. I just think he's saying those people support him. You know what I mean?
Well, you see the things that's joined the force, but it's just a tease. I don't think he's really going to sign Bret Hart. I don't think he can't even sign Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal's in Ring of Honor. You know, you can't just sign him like that. But I just think just fucking around with people, like, okay, we got him. You know, just try to fuck with our heads, you know, or make us, like, people like us talk about it, like, you know. And they're doing a good job about it.
Well, we'll see what happens with the announcement. I'm definitely looking forward to see what Global Forces got cooked up for us. And TNA, they actually just re-signed James Storm. I know James Storm. I actually like him as a heel better than the face. So TNA, if you're gonna do anything with James Storm, keep him as a heel. And they also said that they're gonna be doing some more re-signing. Well, I'm wondering who else is going to be re-signing.
Okay, but let me ask you a question about the whole Samoa Joe situation. I supposedly that he's dealing with personal problems, but and I know his contract runs out this year. Is it possible maybe they're trying to do something with Joe, or you think Joe's gone by the end of the year?
Honestly, well, TNA, they lied under Samoa Joe the other day. I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves, because I know Global Force they're interested in signing him. If CM Punk was still around WWE, maybe, we would have had CM Punk, talk Vince into signing Joe, but we know that's not going to happen now. But
yeah, I kind of agree with you. I would think that Punk will try to ask WWE to bring in Joe, but the question is, would Joe want to go to WWE? I mean, I don't think
he'll be pushed up. If Punk was still there, I think he'll be pushed up to the stars, way better than how he was being treated at TNA. This is my opinion.
I mean, I think if Punk was still there, he has a chance to, but the problem is that there's only one, like, Achilles heel there. It's like, I don't think he favors the schedule of WWE at all, and I don't think WWE will give him a part-time contract. I doubt it, but, hell, I mean, with CM Punk there, I say he still has a chance, but today, I don't know about that. Like, okay, if WWE was trying to get him, it's like, hey, we got Daniel Bryan, but does he respect Daniel Bryan more like he gave respect to Punk? I doubt it. So.
Well, we'll see, because I know Global Force, they're interested in, I know Global Force is interested in Joe and Kurt Angle at the time, so I don't know. We'll see what happens, basically.
Okay, Kurt Angle, that's another, like, head scratcher there. I mean, I know you like Kurt Angle a lot. To me, he's getting to the point where, okay, why you're still wrestling? You were part of that group, like, the guys you're saying why you're at the wrestling, like the Big Show and Kurt, marketing. I know that he's better than those guys, but I mean, saying you want to see more younger cats getting on, Kurt Angle's the type of guy that, to me, he should go to WWE and sign like a legend contract, like do the Billy Gunn role out there. That's what I feel about Kurt Angle. What he should do, from a year from now. I don't want to see him in a big headlining show for Global Force Global Force Wrestling, and I don't know. To me, those days for Kurt Angle are done for me. I don't know about you, but yeah, that's how I feel about Kurt Angle.
Let's see I know Kurt's been in a lot of injuries lately.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's up to Kurt Angle at this time right now. But
you got an email. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, this is something we're talking TNA. What's your thoughts of freaking Eric Young as the new champ, the new TNA champ?
I have honestly, something new I see that they're doing. Surprised they took it off Magnus, honestly. I think Magnus is just to be the champion. This is my opinion, but I guess they want to do something different. They don't want to be predictable, so they're trying something new. Maybe give that strap to EC3. EC3
on Twitter.
I think EC3 and Magnus need to feud.
Okay. I just read on Twitter that the reason why Eric Young's a champ because they're trying to do a whole rip-off with Daniel Bryan. Like, okay, WWE got a guy who has a beard and they're the champ. Why not we give a guy who has a beard, similar like Daniel Bryan, become our champ? A small dude with a beard on, become a champ as well. So I don't know if you agree with some of the tweets I read that, okay, it's just a Daniel Bryan ripoff. I don't know if you want to agree with that at all, but
I don't know if you.
That's what I'm reading.
I can't compare Daniel Bryan and Eric Young at all.
Well, I know wrestling-wise they're not the same, but do you feel that there's a chance TNA might have like tried to rip off WWE with a guy who's similar, like the look, like Daniel Bryan, winning their title, like just like what Daniel Bryan just won the WWE title from WrestleMania, and 4 days later you have a guy who's a short guy with a beard winning their title. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest, I can't even answer that question if TNA is doing it or not. So I don't even know if they're doing it. I don't know if that's the right choice for TNA, but hey, I really can't answer that. Really, I still haven't even seen the match when Eric Young won, so I still got to check that out.
Well, it's not a 5-star match, I'll tell you that.
But
well, to be honest with you, to me, it's like I don't even want to waste your time watching that match. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad match, but like it won't be in your top 10 best matches of 2014. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm actually over here trying to set something up here on WH Radio with this 8 minutes that we have left. If I get this to happen, well.
You know what?
Not going to happen. I almost had Toby here on WH Radio. Not going to happen.
I know, you miss him. Okay, there's one thing we need to mention about Raw. Like, okay, what's up with the whole Summer Rae thing?
I have no idea.
I mean,
no idea.
Now Fandango's with Layla now, so.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with that. I guess it's something new that they want to try.
I guess. And I want to know what kind of roles Summer Rae's going to do now, but.
Real quick, off the whole Summer Rae shit, I actually want to mention Ring of Honor. They also they signed two of their talents that was in the 2014 Top Prospect tournament, which is Rowe and Hanson. So they actually competed at Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor in the tag team match against Red Dragon and Forever Hooligans, which was a pretty good match. Probably so far, because I'm in the middle of watching the iPad review. So far, I would say my favorite match of the night so far. So, but good signing by Ring of Honor, I would say, to help the tag team division. What do you think, Oscar?
Well, I want to say help the tag team division. Ring of Honor has the best tag team division in all wrestling right now, I have to say. I mean, when that episode, when I saw those guys pair coming in together, I was like, holy shit, this is already going to be a good tag team. Hopefully one day they get the straps, but right now that tag team division is stacked. You guys like Red Dragon, Young Bucks. I mean, there's like a lot of teams they could win.
Don't forget about TE and fucking ACH.
Yeah, but it was job.
Hey, don't talk about my boys. They were killing. Hey, don't forget
good.
The Decade. The Decade's doing pretty good right now. They're fucking impressing me right now.
I'm telling you, Decade.
I mean, these guys are good. I mean, already, but I first didn't like the Decade as a fucking stable. They're all great wrestlers, you know.
And now they added Adam Page as their little bitch.
Adam Page is their young boy. Speaking of young boys, New Japan, man. If nobody's seen Invasion, you need to go watch that now because, AJ Styles, when he just came out of nowhere and put the Styles Clash on Okada, and then cut that little small promo calling Okada a young boy. I'm definitely looking forward to see what's going to happen at the next New Japan show.
Yeah, which is May 3rd, I believe, and see what happens. And somebody's got to take on Michael Elgin for that title. So Elgin did won the Super Card of Honor, which I enjoyed that match with Steen. And yeah,
it was obvious.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, who the fuck want to see a Kevin Steen versus Okada match?
I don't know.
Nobody.
It probably is some people out there that want to see it. Never know. But Michael Elgin is a killer right now. He's a fucking killer. Gotta love Elgin.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Hey, but when you watch that match, I think Chris been mentioned about Kevin Steen looking lighter. He did look lighter in that match with Elgin. So, yeah, he looks like he lost some weight.
Hey, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I fucking fast forwarded in the match with Mark Briscoe and Michael Bennett. I fast forwarded that match.
What the fuck you fast forwarded?
Call me an asshole or not. I didn't want to watch that. Sorry.
That shit was fucking awesome.
I guess so.
I mean, I like the whole Supercard. I mean, Supercard was a good show for Ring of Honor. I give him a fucking. I'm probably just saying a little. I give him an A on that one. Not A plus, but I give it an A. I mean, I enjoy that show a lot.
Reach for the sky, boy.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna reach for the sky with 3 minutes left here on WH Radio. Wednesday we got Shoot the Shit. Wednesdays, we're gonna have Trevor Lee. He's gonna be our special guest here. Chris is gonna be joining us on Wednesday, so we're definitely gonna shoot the shit on Wednesday. Probably talk some 2CW, talk about that card, and maybe talk some more, wrestling, whatever comes out. We just do wrestling, so
yeah. Don't miss that Wednesday show. So it's
actually going to be my first show on Shoot the Shit Wednesday, which is a new edition on WH Radio. So I'm going to shoot with these two, and I'm going to sit back and shoot with these guys. So I'm going to let these guys carry the show while I, try to chive in and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
If I have to, I will be calling out, but I'm pretty sure I will be called out too. So, because I think Chris said, "Can you hang?" And I told him I can hang with the big boys, and we will find out Wednesday.
All right, let's see what we can do Wednesday then. Just bring it.
In the meantime, follow us at WrestlingHeads on Twitter, or you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingHeads. Check out the website, WrestlingHeads. Oh, this fucking Blog Talk Radio, bitch. Excuse me. Check out the website, WrestlingHeads.com. We got all the news for the WWE, TNA, Indies, International. Go check it out. We got some NOAH results up there. So Chris Hero and Coco Band out there doing their thing right now. Also, be sure to follow me. I'm Skits. Follow Skits at WH Skits. If you're not following Skits, do that. Go ahead, Oscar.
Okay.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, Vine. Check out my blogs every week. Sorry I didn't do no classic match of the week. I was so busy with family stuff over the weekend, but I'll continue this coming weekend. So I apologize for that. But you can check out my top 10 of the week. Yeah.
Don't. We got like 27 seconds here. Also, I want to thank Shane Strickland for being on the show. And until then, peace.
What time is it? WH Radio.